Hello, this is Caitlin Lecklider, and I will be guiding you through my assignment from LIMS 656, User Services and Programming, titled Serving the Underserved. Scroll down. I did my research on Samuels Public Library in Warren County, Virginia, which is where I do live, and so this is my local library. I researched the demographics of the people living within my local community to then have a base understanding of who the library really is meant to be serving so that I knew who was in my community. This allowed me to look at the collections and programming in place to see where efforts could be focused on further development. And I plan to continue evaluating the communities I live and work in to make sure the services, materials, and programs are meeting the needs of all of those in my community. The research on the community, library materials, and programs gave me a strong basis to develop my assignment goals. I then used the information that I found to identify the groups in my community where services, programming, and materials may be falling short for those who do need it. One of the populations I noted as there being less resources or materials for the Spanish-speaking community, specifically for Spanish-speaking teens. Evaluating the collection must be done on a regular basis as it can directly show where there's a lack of resources. One thing that I noticed was that there are no physical materials in Spanish for young adults. There are ebooks and e-audiobooks available, but not everyone has access to those based on the contracts in place for the library and their e-services systems. I also noted that there are no programs offered in Spanish, despite one of the youth programmers being fluent in Spanish. This is something that can be looked at as an opportunity to offer more well-rounded programming should the staff member be amenable to taking on a new program, but it really should be discussed in depth and at length before implementing to make sure that there's not too much on that staff member's plate. It is important to make sure that staff feel supported when taking on new projects, especially when it could be viewed as something only that they can take on. I do briefly address a program idea based on the qualifications and bilingual status of the member on staff, but there would be much more planning and discussion before something of that nature would go into effect. I introduced my plans for keeping track of the statistics of new programming and collections, as well as my ideas to promote the new collections to ensure people know of the existence and to give it the best chance to succeed, and how to gather feedback on the success of new programs. While neither idea is groundbreaking in terms of the data collection, these methods are tried and true and can clearly show successful or unsuccessful results. We can learn about our community and what they're looking for in a variety of ways, and then we can really only do our best to try and meet the needs of the many. Implementing these programs or collections is a big step for any library, and you do have to have the support of the staff to make sure that these collections and programs are successful. Thank you for going through this assignment with me.